Hello, 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 and welcome. My name is Nick. I am sitting across from Q, and we are here to save the universe. Welcome in. We are back after a brief hiatus, welcoming you into the new year. This will be our first podcast of 2021, which...
Did you hear that sound of us going New Year?
Sound like you're going with like a lightsaber sound there.
That's us going into the New Year.
Yeah. As always, we are joined by the illustrious producer, Jeff Rena. Rena, how are you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you, man?
You know, I'm good. You know, it's as we are recording this, it is New Year's Eve of 2020. It's the last day.
Made it.
So we have one. We got one more day to survive.
Air high five. Oh, you shouldn't celebrate too early.
Yeah, no. You just jinxed us. We're all doomed. It's over.
You've made it without Corona thus far.
Either I've made it without it or I had it. And I was actually asking my wife last night, you know, do you think that, what do you think? Do you think we had it? Do you think we didn't get it? Do you think I don't know.
I think 2020 has been the easiest on you. It's been rougher on me and Rena.
Just because of that?
Well, not that and my ankle.
Yeah, but like I told you earlier, 2020 has been the year of like everybody, because you always hear like, you know, at 40 your body starts deteriorating, and then some people say no, it's at 50, and like it turns out 42 is my year. Like it's the year that my body just is starting to break down. So I've got to figure out a way to change everything about my lifestyle in 2021.
He had like liver or something.
He did. He had the fatty liver.
He had like an eye thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had eye surgery.
I'm telling you, man, it's been
a dumb year.
Rena's had a rough year. I've had a rough year.
Yeah.
You've just been selling through it with ease.
Yeah, sure. That's what you want to call it. Yeah. Lost my biggest account and 2/3 of my salary, but yeah.
Was that in 2020?
That was the end of 2019, but I felt it in 2020.
Okay. Touche, sir. Touche.
So, yeah. Besides that, no, it's been good.
Who wants money? Stupid money.
What have you been up to lately?
Man, I've actually been feeling good the last couple of weeks. I bought an ankle brace finally after trying to get my ankle to heal for 4 months without one. That's helped.
You say trying to get your ankle to heal. You haven't done anything.
I think about it. I'm like, heal ankle. I think about, I wish my ankle would heal. And you should heal. All those chiropractors always told me that your body is a self-healing organism. So heal, stupid ankle. But I got a brace, so that's made my ankles felt a lot better. Found some $20 boots at Ross. It was a steal, man.
Nice.
They're like high up top, so I'm tying them tight. I mean, that's been great. I've spent some time with my kids the last couple of weeks. We've been off at the office, you know, for the holidays, and so, we joined the park, the big park.
Yeah,
with family.
the new Sand Mountain Park.
Yeah, so we've been going over there and swimming, which is just fun to hang out with my kids. Desi, my oldest, started working out.
How big is the indoor pool there?
Really, it tires me out to swim the whole way.
Like Olympic size?
Yeah, it's real legit.
Wow.
Like I did across their back, across their back, across their back. And then I was like, that's enough swimming
Done,
for the day for me.
Yeah, I don't blame
I couldn't do
you.
anymore. So that's been good. We've been feeding the hospital workers.
Yeah,
that's been a
really
lot
cool.
of fun.
Yeah, I haven't been able to be a part of that, but it's been really, really neat to see the pictures and see everything that's going on.
I think when you're kind of stuck in a moment where you don't know what to do, like you just feel like when you don't know what to do to help bring resolution, this felt really good to at least serve the people who are fighting on the front lines, you know? So,
yeah,
because I feel like I can't do anything for COVID, but I felt like, these people are trying to cure people with COVID, so now maybe I can help them. That felt really good, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like we're doing something that was mattered, which feels nice in 2020 to do something that you feel like matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anytime you can do anything that you feel like is helping the world, I think is a good thing.
How you been doing?
You know, I'm making it. It's you guys have had the physical ailments. All my mental. Most folks out there listen to us know I struggle with mental health some. So
I think it's because you're
not a great year for mental health.
No, I think part of it is I think you're just got like one of those super intellects and you just get wrapped up in your head a lot.
I I don't know that I have a super intellect. I definitely have an overactive brain. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, I do. I overthink, overanalyze. Yeah, and then my wife also overthinks and overanalyzes. And when we're stuck in the house a lot together, and we do that together, it just makes for a good time for everybody.
Great conversations.
Yeah,
Fireside conversations.
Good. Yeah, been catching up on some movies. Watched Soul last night. Have you
I
seen
watched that,
Soul?
yeah.
Enjoyed that. Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it was no Toy Story or Incredibles, but
A friend of mine, Taylor, was like, said something on Facebook like, "Oh, this movie really hits you in the feels," and I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be."
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't. It didn't hit me in the feels.
It didn't hit me in the feels near as much as the Mandalorian did. The Mandalorian.
Let's make sure we don't spoil.
Yeah. I'm not spoiling anything. Just get ready for some feels.
Yes.
I guess
Yeah.
my feels are a whole different feels than y'all. Y'all are like sad feels. I was like, "Whoa, yeah, feels."
It was both,
So
but yeah.
maybe I just never came off my high. I was on such that like it affected me enough.
Yeah.
You're just never gonna cry again now.
Not for at least a week.
You were just telling somebody the other day that you cry every day.
Well, that changed things.
It's good to cry.
If you do watch The Mandalorian, I'm just saying this out there for folks. If you do watch The Mandalorian, I know how the end credits are always super long and usually skip them. On
yeah.
the last episode, make sure you watch the credits all the way to the end.
Yes.
Just a little helpful hint for people out there.
Yeah, you're going to want to check that out.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Yeah, so a lot of things. So here's what I thought we could do today. We all know the kind of the big stuff that happened in 2020, obviously, It's been a lot, but I thought we might could recap some of the smaller things that maybe some people forgot about. And some of them even aren't that small. Some of them are still kind of big. And also just some things that I find weird that I still need explained to me.
Hey, can I say one thing?
And maybe you can explain some of these things.
Can I say
to
one
me.
thing before you start this?
Yes.
This is just for our folks who've been following this podcast. You remember there was a moment when we talked about aliens. To me, it was one of the funniest podcasts we've done.
Yes.
Okay, did you guys see that in this bill for
The stimulus.
the stimulus one that just came out, that just got passed, there was something in there that says that part of this bill was that in 160 days, all UFO intel has to be released.
No way.
Yes, that was part of.
Are you serious?
That was part of this. But some senator
Somebody snuck that in there.
slipped this
We
in.
just got our stimulus this morning.
I ain't
so-
got mine yet. But we're gonna it's 160, 180. We're gonna know all that stuff that we didn't know that we were talking about.
Do you think Biden's gonna cancel it out?
Take that, like veto that or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. But whoever slipped that in is my hero.
Yeah.
Now they're probably dead and been replaced by aliens, but you were my hero, sir or madam.
It's a good update. I like it.
And we also got a new submarine,
We did. Yeah, there's a
Oh,
new
yeah.
submarine in the bill.
which I love.
noticed
By the
that.
way, I think every bill should just come with a submarine. Like if we pass a bill, you automatically get a submarine.
It's so.
Can one country
It's
have too many?
crazy.
Can a country have too many submarines? They're awesome. They hide under the water. The ocean's huge. You can
Yeah.
shoot nuclear missiles out of them. I mean, who doesn't want submarines? Give us a submarine with every bill, and we will rule the world. Anyway, things of 2020. Sorry.
Yeah. It's you really should go back and read some of the things they slip into these bills. It's hilarious.
One of my favorite memes somebody said was, "Hey, can people in Flint, Michigan, drink their water yet?
a good question.
Before we send money to gender studies in some country I can't remember."
Good grief.
Yeah. That was part of the bill. We were doing gender studies in some country it's nuts. So some questions I have about 2020, and then maybe you guys can answer. Why did we go crazy on toilet paper when all this started? Does anybody know?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm mad at my wife about toilet paper right now. Sorry, I just brought up all kind of feelings.
How are you mad at your wife about toilet? Did she not buy the right thing?
I'm telling you, there's only three things that I do not want my family to get the like generic.
Yeah, they go
brand
cheap on you.
Right. One of those is toilet paper.
Yeah.
I'm very clear on this. I don't have many rules in my family. It's ran by girls. They do whatever they want to do anyway. But I want Cottonelle toilet paper. And the last week, when I've been wiping my bottom, I can tell it's not Cottonelle, and I'm frustrated. But I don't know if I should bring that up to my wife or not. Like, I've just kind of let it go. But it's like building. Every time I go take a dump, it's like building inside. Like, it's just, ugh.
What do you think's better? You think it's better to bring it up, or you think it'd be better just to go to the store and get you some Cottonelle?
Well, if I go to the store and get myself some Cottonelle, I'm taking all the rest of it out into the front yard, making a pyre and setting it on fire. And when she asks what you're doing, I'm going to say, setting things right in the world.
Then maybe you should just have a conversation about it, because that might be worse. But do we know? I mean, why did it become such a big deal? I mean, it's like one of those things that like nobody ever explained. Everybody's just like, toilet paper's running out. Go get toilet paper.
Yeah, they just started a shortage. I mean, we're from Marshall County, like milk and bread.
Yeah,
whenever anything happens,
I
sells
know,
out.
it's
So,
crazy.
But toilet paper's not even
Wow.
essential.
man,
It's not. It's
don't know
not.
about
I mean,
that.
I went hunting, and I got tons of leaves out there, and I've done that before.
then you're complaining about not having Cottonelle.
Well, I'm just saying, I won't if I have my option, but I'm just saying it's not essential. Like if it ran out, like we're not all going to die. We will figure that one out.
Yeah, bidets. It's already a solution.
Or yeah, and if you don't have one of those, just get a water hose and run it in your window. Right? Is that the
Yeah,
same thing?
basically.
Get that little, you know how you used to like hold that so you could spray people? You know, your friends used to hold the end of the hose.
Oh, yeah.
Just do
Just
that
come over
and wash off.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
You
know,
just jump in the shower. I've got one of those nozzles that attaches. I can take off.
Absolutely.
Just spray that. Oh yeah.
Here's the thing.
Good.
I do think that, man, it was this very indicative moment of how American culture is so much about comfort. It really was. Like when we're in the moment of one of the biggest crises we've ever faced with a pandemic, the one thing we want to make sure is that we all feel really good when we wipe our butt. That was what was on our mind.
Gotta have something soft to wipe my butt with, man.
If I'm
That's all
going
that
if
matters.
I'm going to get some disease that may kill our whole civilization, the last moments of wiping my butt, I want to feel good. That's what our country was thinking about.
Well, thank you. I feel better about it now. It's
I
explained.
mean, that is. We didn't think. You know what? Like I want to make sure I got some to eat.
No,
We didn't run.
there was plenty of food on the
Plenty of
shelves.
food.
There just wasn't any toilet paper. No toilet paper and no Clorox, which I understand.
I get.
I understand that
I'm
one.
trying to kill this disease in my house.
Yeah.
Whatever. I get that one.
But yeah, it's crazy. 2020 is the year Kanye West ran for president. Let's not forget that.
Way. Let me just tell you, not to promote podcasts, but if you have not heard him on the Joe Rogan of this year, when Joe Rogan interviews him, he almost convinced me.
Well, he did convince some people.
Yeah,
I mean, Elon Musk endorsed him.
well, let me tell you, don't be surprised if he doesn't have a much bigger campaign coming in 2024. And look, Jeff, I mean, Raina, I know you argue with me. I think the dude, he's either. I don't want to use this term lightly. He either has some kind of psychosis or like some kind of mental other thing going on, or he is genius level. And the fact I didn't even know Elon Musk endorsed him. The fact that he did may mean that he is genius level. I mean, when you listen to Kanye talk, you listen to that podcast. I had to listen to it in double speed because he talks so slow, but he is talking about some incredible utopian ideas that if somebody could pull off would be amazing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what Elon Musk does.
Yeah, to a degree.
I mean, he creates things that
Elon
other
Musk
people.
just put one of his things into orbit this past week too. By the way, so,
What
yeah.
things?
One of his inventions is
One of the internet satellites.
yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you that. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not out on. I'm just saying right now. If you ask, I'm not out on Kanye. I'm kind of think he might be a genius. I'm not sure. Have you listened to him talk?
I've listened to him some. I have not listened to him. I'll need to listen to that podcast.
Did you know that at 8 years old he taught himself Mandarin or something, or China, one of the Chinese languages?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could speak Mandarin at 8 years old.
I don't know if I believe that.
Why?
Because he lies about everything.
How do you know he lies about everything?
Because he's really doofy, and he keeps saying he's the greatest, and I don't think he's the greatest.
Somebody's got to be the greatest. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe if he's not there yet, he'll get there. All right, let's move on from Kanye. 2020 is something we forget because it kind of fizzled out, but Murder Hornets happened in 2020.
I don't think those are real. That's something I don't believe in.
We have pictures of them. I mean,
They found him in Washington.
yeah,
right?
no, they were there. They were here. I was actually disappointed. I was thinking, like, when Murder Hornets got introduced, I was like, all right, full on apocalypse. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's just do this thing. If we're going to do it, let's do it.
I think this is like This is like our over essentialization of America. Like, oh, it's a big hornet. What should we call it? Not like, the
Not
Jupiter
not
Hornet
John
or like
Hornet
some,
yeah.
Murder Hornet. Like, oh my gosh.
Murder Hornet. I feel like it's
Like
heavy,
that is us. in
it's a
America
heavy
today.
metal song by now, I'm sure. Murder Hornet gonna kill you.
It's like, let's just whoever. I mean, why is that the name of it? Is it murdering people?
They murdered.
Has the murder hornet
they-
murdered anybody?
Well, they murdered bees. That was one of the things.
Are
like
we
they-
worried about? I mean, I guess we are.
Well, yeah, we are
bees.
worried about bees. Yeah,
They're
we gotta
already
have the bee.
disappearing as it is.
We got to have the bees. Yeah. So it is. I mean, it definitely. You're right. It is definitely probably overdoing it on the name.
Why don't we call it the bee killer hornet? Why don't we call it the bee killer hornet?
Could have.
But
Isn't there already a killer hornet?
No.
There may have already
There's
been a killer hornet.
bees.
Killer bees.
So what happens when a killer bee faces a murder hornet?
I don't know. I want to see that fight. I'm thinking the murder hornet was bigger, but the killer hornet. I mean, the killer bee might be quicker.
It says one source claims deaths from envenomation are primarily related to anaphylactic shock
Well, that don't
and
count.
cardiac arrest.
That would be like that could happen from a regular hornet. If you're allergic, then regular hornets get you.
multiple organ failure.
Okay, that's kind of intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a big fan of multiple organ failure.
Get some dang skin hemorrhaging and necrosis from the sting.
Yeah, you know what that means.
You're just bleeding.
No,
rotten.
that necrosis just means when you get like a sting and a little bit of the dead skin comes around it.
Oh, okay.
It's not like. Let's just be honest. If you live in the South, which most of you do listen to this, or wherever you live, murder hornet should be way, 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 way down your list of worries at this point.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
But they
Well,
should
no, I mean
be-
they're gone. They like died out in America.
I'm thankful for the exterminators that are taking care of it for me, though. So I will not
are they
downplay that.
But here's the thing. You should worry more of brown recluses.
Oh, yeah.
You should worry more of black widows. You should worry more of people using the turning lane the wrong way. I mean, there's a lot of things in life that you should worry more about than murder hornets. Do not let murder hornets take any space in your brain. I'm just telling you, there's no room for that right now. If you see a big old hornet, don't in your mind automatically go, "This is a murder hornet." Just think, "Oh, it's probably just a hornet who ate too much," and just kill it. When I was a 6-year-old kid, I would take a tennis racket out in my yard and kill wasps and hornets, and they had no chance. I was 6. How are we grown folks scared of murder hornets? Get your tennis racket and do your business. And it's kind of fun.
It is kind of fun.
You've done that before,
it's
right?
stressful. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's stress relieving.
And
It
if
is.
you're really worried about it, get one of. They have these new rackets. I haven't had this one yet, Nick, but they have a racket that's like you can turn a switch on.
Oh
in the middle of
yeah,
it's
and I've seen
electronic.
those. Oh yeah, I've seen those.
It's like a bug zapper on a
Well,
stick.
and another thing you've got now is those salt.
Oh, yeah, I got a
shooters.
salt gun, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Those are
Those are a lot of fun. All right,
We are well equipped and armed for murder hornets.
There's nothing like just sitting on the deck and just shooting salt at bugs and killing them. That's a whole.
But
lot
don't
of
do
fun.
that to bees. We need
No,
bees.
do not do that to
Yes.
bees unless it's those carpenter bees that tear up your.
They're so cute
your deck,
though. I think they're cute.
Yeah, yeah, but they tear up
They
your.
do.
Yeah. Anyway, Yeah, not yeah.
The thing I fear most in the stinging insect variety, the flying stinging insect, is really yellow jackets.
Yeah, because they swarm.
Yeah. So like you
Yeah.
can like every time like I'm bush hogging, you have a chance.
Yeah.
That you come over one of those.
Yeah.
And in my mind, especially after I hurt my ankle, in my mind I was like, because I think about every scenario. You know how my mind trails. I'm like,
My girl.
yeah. So what am I going to do if I go over this thing on a tractor and my ankle's hurt? What is my escape scenario at that moment? So that's why I decided I would clutch down, go to my high gear, all right, and go as fast as I could if I was in the front yard to my backfield, just booking it. Doesn't care what I run over. Don't care if I tap my mower. I'm not going to get stung 70 times and die by yellow jacket. It's not going to happen to me. I'm not going out by yellow jacket. So I would like go fast, all right. And then if they stayed with me, this is crazy. I decided I would whip around and I would break through because I got a front end loader. I'd break through my back fence toward my pool.
Yeah.
And I would go right beside my pool, and then I would just jump off my tractor as I turned my tractor off, let it coast into my porch, and jump into my pool. That was my plan. Because I wouldn't hurt my ankle that bad jumping in the pool that way.
Yeah, that would be my first thought is get to water as quick as possible.
Yeah.
However that means. Yeah.
What if the cover's on?
Huh?
What if the cover's on and you do an unbreakable?
That'd be bad. then you drown trying to get away from yellow jackets. That scene.
And My Girl? I
Extreme-
pretty much can't watch My Girl.
Well, no.
Oh, you're talking Unbreakable?
No, the scene in My Girl's. No, I can't watch My Girl.
Talk about a movie that makes you cry.
But yeah, but the scene in Unbreakable where he's caught in the pool cover, you talk about anxiety inducing. Oh God, I
think that's overplayed. I think that's
like
like
nightmarish.
No, that's way. All you gotta do is just calm down.
I don't know that I could though. That's a problem.
Just calm down.
Hey, speaking of My Girl though, something else that happened in 2020. So Macaulay Culkin turned 40 in 2020.
God, we're the same
so
age.
Macaulay Culkin is the same age as you.
We should be friends.
The kid from Home Alone turned 40.
He has his own podcast. You should reach out.
We should see if we could do like a crossover. Like I come over and be on his show, and he can be on my show, our show.
I like it. Let's reach out. You never know. I had a friend when I was doing youth ministry early on. I had a friend who was doing youth ministry, and every time I went into like his office, he would have like stuff from fast food places. Like he'd have a bunch of Hardee's cups, or he'd have like all this like stuff like that he would use to serve meals and stuff to his youth. And I'd be like, man, how do you always get all this stuff? And he said, never know what you can get till you ask, man. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to start asking some questions. So something that happened in 2020 that I didn't even realize happened. I missed this somehow. I mean, there was a lot going on, so I missed this. So a Bolivian orchestra got stranded in a German castle for 73 days during the pandemic because the castle's woodlands are home to several packs of wolves.
Wow. What? The orchestra got surrounded by wolves?
Yeah, there was the castle. They couldn't get out of the castle because there were packs of wolves everywhere. Yeah.
Bolivian? Where's Bolivia?
Bolivian orchestra.
Where's Bolivia?
Over there in Europe.
And they were in a German castle.
German castle.
Was this like a trick the Germans played on? Like, hey, guys, come visit our castle. Release the hounds.
I can see it.
Does Germany and Bolivia have a tense relationship?
I don't know, but I don't know why you take it down their orchestra if you did.
Was it a nice castle? Were they upset? Or were they like, 73 days in this nice castle? I mean, how'd they get out? What happened? Did they get somebody go out there and kill all the wolves?
Their bus broke down on the motorway. Joking that this was bad luck, perhaps our concerts would be canceled. And then their concerts actually did get canceled because of COVID. Like, they get into Germany. They were supposed to do a whole bunch of concerts in Germany. And then their concerts got canceled. And so they stayed, and this castle was apparently built in the 1500s. Was once home to Frederick the Great. And the castle's haunted, too, apparently, by Frederick the Great. So they got that going on. The castle grounds and surrounding woodland are home to more than a dozen packs of wolves. One member, Tracy Prado, said she saw 3 wolves while out for a walk. I froze in fear, but they were just play fighting, and I moved on. So
These are weak people.
yeah. So
These are weak people. I mean,
They're
can we-
musicians, man. Like,
No, they're weak musicians. You guys are musicians. If you guys,
but we play guitar and sing and rock things. Like, this is
I'm not a
symphony people.
I'm not a musician.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just a singer.
I don't know. I just feel like these people should be shamed. And I'm not for shaming, but I feel like they should be shamed. I mean, what do you tell your buddy? It's like, hey man, where you been? Oh man, broke down and I was in this castle and I was scared of these wolves out there. So I just stayed in this castle for 73 days. And how does somebody not drive to them in 73 days? Well, this is the modern world. Nobody had to ride a horse to the castle. I know it's a castle, but you could probably still drive a car to it.
I mean, they're just saying there's because of their buses broke down. There's really no way for them to leave. There was no way for them to leave, and they were there for 73 days. Yeah, because COVID kind of shut down the country.
I would like to have a
at
list.
that moment.
I'd like to have a list of those people's names. And I will add it to my prayer that I never get stuck in any kind of precarious situation with any of those people. Fix your bus, man. There's 73 of you. Use your combined knowledge to do something productive.
No,
in
there's
this
not.
world.
They were there for 73 days. There's not 73 of them.
How many of them was
I don't
there?
know how many there are. It doesn't say.
It's an orchestra in a bus. Use your combined knowledge to somehow do something for yourself in 73 days. The people, you all see that movie Alive? People, what is that, like a soccer team or something?
I can't remember.
These folks
Yeah,
went
it
down
was.
in a airplane in the middle of
Yeah, like
godforsaken,
like the Arctic. Yeah,
Arctic,
Yeah,
and they figured out how to survive.
yeah,
and
but
do something.
that's just not the way I want to survive, though.
Maybe they were watching The Gray on the way in the bus. Have you seen that movie?
Yes,
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
But you know what? Then be that guy.
Yeah, I know.
Then attack the wolves and go out and make it so that when some guy's doing a podcast, they're telling the story of how you fought wolves off with your bare hands, not how you stayed in some castle for 73 days.
So all right. So for real, you're talking a big game. I mean, how are you handling this? I mean, if you are, say, you're the conductor of that orchestra, and you've got, let's say, you got 50, 60 people, and there's 12 packs of wolves outside. What are you doing?
well, number one, I'm trying to fix the bus. All right,
Yeah,
maybe
but
it's
the bus is
impossible.
broke down on a road out there where the wolves are.
Okay. Well, number two, just march somewhere. Become a marching orchestra. Do you know what happened if we brought? I don't know what instruments does the orchestra have with them?
Cellos, trumpets.
Yeah.
They have
trombones.
trumpets. Okay. So imagine
trombones.
if there was a pack of wolves here. They came in the door right here, right? And we didn't have anything but trumpets. What do you think they're going to do when we blow those trumpets at them?
Yeah, they'd probably spook them.
Yes,
spook 'em pretty
they're
bad.
going to. Like, do you think wolves know what trumpets are? They'd be like, "What is this noise?" They'd be really weirded out. And this lady saw 3 of them, and they were just play fighting. Like, they didn't even come get her.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, wolves aren't going to eat you unless you're by yourself. They're packed out.
You think they're going to have to separate you before they attack?
Yeah. If you're in a big If you're in a big herd with instruments that are making loud noises, they're not coming towards you.
If you got the big cymbals,
Yes.
yeah, you're good to go.
And also, by the way, some of those weapons can be turned into. I mean, some of those instruments can be turned into weapons. So just fashion them into weapons and fight the wolves as well. Like a cello, and that kind of. Or what's the big thing?
It's a
That's
upright
a
bass.
cello or a bass.
Yeah, you can get that. I mean, you could make some sharp
Oh, you definitely
spear
could.
type
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, you'd be fine.
Yeah, you definitely could.
And it's a castle. They have to have old swords and stuff in there.
Yes.
Armor.
That would be like Q's dream to come
I
out
know.
of a
It's
castle.
actually
Swinging
you know what?
swords.
Actually, this is what frustrates me about this whole story. Is this is a completely wasted opportunity to do something incredible that they just sat on their keisters for 73 days and did jack diddly squat. They could have wrote an epic story with their lives. They could have been like, they could have seized the moment. They probably instead just sitting there and thought, oh, poor pitiful me. I'm going to sit in this castle and drink this champagne. Meh. And they could have did something people talked about. God, I can't stand orchestra people.
Hey, lastly, I'll end with this. This is a story that actually my wife sent us that I don't think we ever got a chance to talk about, but we'll throw it in here with 2020. In Moscow, a sample of microscopic worms that were suspended in a deep freeze in Siberia for 42,000 years have come back to life after being defrosted.
Yay.
That's what liquid nitrogen is for.
How much other stuff is out there like frozen in Siberia
I don't know.
that's going to come back to
Just
life?
refreeze it.
Well, yeah, I
Or
mean,
burn it. I don't care. Burn it. Let's just do it. We hadn't needed it for 42,000 years. There's nothing good coming from that.
there's nothing. There's no doubt it's got some sort of awful disease in it.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna
COVID-20 or whatever. I don't know next.
COVID-19 squared, more like It's gonna be like awful.
I'm going to blow the wind of
Yeah.
on that COVID-20.
I mean, why? I just wonder why. I mean, why?
Was it in tequila? I mean, how's it alive that long?
It was in a deep freeze. It said for 42,000 years. And that's crazy
I don't know.
to think that. Yeah,
How do they come back?
they defrosted them.
I mean, how are you still alive when you've been 42,000 years
I don't
frozen?
know.
Worms are weird, man.
They're just still alive after 42,000 years?
I mean,
But if worms can do that, can other life forms do it? I mean, I get this. That's the thing about it. I mean,
in Demolition Man, we going to do that?
This opens
so.
this opens so many ideas. I mean, maybe cryogenics and freezing. Maybe I should get my head frozen when I die.
Did Disney really do that?
yeah.
Oh
No.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Where's
yeah.
it at? Where's it kept?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I think it's actually inside the castle at Disney World.
If I was going to keep it, I'd put it in the Haunted Mansion.
What if it is? What if it really is?
Awesome.
What if it's just sitting up there and like thousands of people have seen it and don't even realize what they're looking at? That would be awesome.
It says in reality he was cremated.
See, yes. I told you,
okay.
Will.
But there are people who have done it and still do it. I mean, it's happening. It's something that happens.
Mm-hmm.
They had to do it before they die, though.
No, I think they just cut off the head because they're like, and one day our science and technology will just be able to revive it.
Oh, it's true.
Bring it back.
I think you got to cryogenic your before it loses all oxygen or something.
I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I haven't really looked into it.
Part of me thinks that might be fun, but then
Yeah.
another part of me is like, you don't know what you're gonna wake up to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they could like,
No, you don't. I mean, it could just be worse. It
Yeah.
probably will be
It
worse.
could wake you up to like, and now you're a slave
Yeah.
or something, or you don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking because we've got some melting happening, in the ice caps and things like that. I'm just wondering.
Do we, Nick?
What else? What
Do we? Is that what?
We do. I mean, there's obviously some stuff melting but whether it's going to continue to melt, I don't know. I'm not a scientist or a meteorologist or any of that thing. But I'm just wondering what gets uncovered next.
The guy at Mapco,
What
the guy
defrosts next?
the guy at Mapco told me that that's why we have COVID-19.
We have COVID-19 because of global warming.
Yeah.
Or what? Not called global warming anymore. What's it called? It's called climate change.
Yeah. I was in Mapco getting a cup of coffee, and I was wearing a mask, and this guy cut me and goes, "You one of those guys wear those masks?" It's like, "Yeah, man."
No.
It's like, "Yeah, I'm wearing this mask." And he goes, "Well, you know what this COVID's all about, don't you?" I went, "Yeah, I'm not sure." And he goes, "It's Mother Nature taking care of everybody because it's global warming. It's going to do away with all this climate change."
Yeah.
I went, "Oh, okay, man. Cool."
All right.
And then I went and paid for my coffee and walked out of Mapco.
Did you ask why he doesn't wear a mask? Does he just want Mother Nature to take him out?
No, I mean, he thinks Mother Nature's going to take who Mother Nature's going to take out. Like,
Okay.
it's going to decrease the population to control the climate change.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you've seen the.
So now we're back
In a
to
way,
another-
he's kind of right. Like the pollution has gone way down.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you, I always trust some guy with a T-shirt and cowboy boots on in Mapco.
And
That's-
Kanye West.
That and Kanye. I mean, those are the people. Those are the people that I follow in my life. If you're going to, Mapco is one of my meccas. I go in there expecting a spiritual revelation to take place. And it did that day.
It's great.
Well, however your 2020 has been, we here at Nick and Q are hoping 2021 is better. Please let it be better for all of us. And man, if you need something to help you through, man, go to Mapco. Just find somebody and let them give you some words of wisdom and some advice.
Get your coffee.
Yeah, get you a coffee, and then also look up some Kanye quotes as well. I think that's really the lesson that we've learned in 2020. Well, Happy New Year to all of you on behalf of our producer Rena. That's Q. I am Nick. Thank you so much for joining us on podcast. Maybe you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app or watching us on YouTube. However, we're so glad that we got to spend, that was one of my highlights of 2020, was getting to spend some of it with you right here on the Nick and Q Save the Universe. So once again, the universe is a safe place to live. You're welcome.